Grief has a way of breaking us, stealing our breath, clouding our minds, and pulling us into silence. But what if there was an ancient truth that could help you rise again? Not by erasing the pain, but by transforming it. In a world that crumbles, the Stoics stood firm. And in this video, you'll discover the wisdom they left behind, so that your sorrow becomes not your end, but your beginning. Life inevitably confronts us with loss of loved ones, of opportunities, of health, and the grief that follows. Stoicism was born in a world of frequent tragedy, so the Stoics thought deeply about how to cope with grief in a healthy way. They never claimed we should not feel pain. In fact, the Stoics were quite sympathetic to our natural pangs of sorrow. When bad news hits, the death of a family member, the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, we might initially feel despair, anger, or numbness. The Stoics understood this initial wave as an involuntary fantasia, an impression on the mind. Rather than berating ourselves for feeling pain, Stoicism asks, what do we do next? A key Stoic teaching is that while grief is natural, we should strive to recover our equilibrium and not let sorrow permanently overwhelm us. Stoicism is not about not feeling, writes modern Stoic Donald Robertson, but about what to do after feeling. The goal is to process the emotion rather than be possessed by it. Seneca, who tragically lost a beloved son, advised a balanced approach. Shed your tears, but do not drown in them. In his Consolation to Marcia, Seneca writes, "It's better to conquer grief than to deceive it." That is, don't deny the pain or mask it with distractions. Instead, face it, accept it as part of life, and gradually let reason and perspective heal you. One helpful Stoic strategy for grief is to reflect on what remains and what was gained, rather than fixating solely on what was lost. Do you bury friendship along with a friend? Seneca challenged. All the years of love and memories aren't nothing. They are yours to keep, a secure possession death cannot take away. Instead of lamenting that we no longer have someone, Stoics remind us to feel grateful that we did have them in our lives for as long as we did. This shift to gratitude softens the sharp edge of loss. For instance, if a modern professional loses a mentor or colleague, they might honor that person by acknowledging how they helped shape their life, carrying forward the lessons learned. The relationship, in a real sense, endures in memory and influence. Another Stoic practice is negative visualization applied in reverse. Consider how much worse things could have been. This is not to minimize one's pain, but to regain perspective. If we lost one parent, we might remind ourselves to be thankful we haven't lost both. If a business fails, we can take solace in the fact that at least we gained experience and that other opportunities still exist. Such thoughts do not eliminate grief, but they create a space for hope and resilience to take root alongside it. Most importantly, Stoicism urges acceptance of mortality and impermanence as natural. Memento mori, remember you must die, was a common meditation in modern Stoicism. Far from morbid, this is meant to free us, to remind us that loss is part of the human story, not a personal punishment. Every life, no matter how cherished, eventually comes to an end. This is the price of entry for existence. Marcus Aurelius often wrote of the transient nature of all things. All that you see will soon perish. Nature's cycles demand it. By contemplating mortality regularly, the Stoics tried to inoculate themselves against the shock of loss. When we remember that death comes for all, we are less surprised by it and perhaps more appreciative of those still with us. This Stoic acceptance doesn't mean we don't mourn. Even Stoics cried and ached. They just didn't see endless grieving as helpful or virtuous. Who says it is not a heavy blow? Seneca admitted, of course it hurts, but it is part of being human. We honor those we lost not by collapsing, but by living well in their memory. After a period of mourning, Stoicism gently asks us to get back up and continue the work of living. As one modern Stoic put it, you can imagine your departed loved one saying, "Use this pain to become stronger. Live a life that would make me proud." Indeed, in Stoic thought, every adversity carries the seed of an equal benefit if we choose to find it. Epictetus encourages us, with every accident, ask yourself what abilities you have for making proper use of it, a loss can foster in us greater compassion for others who suffer. A hardship can teach endurance. In this way, even grief becomes, in time, an opportunity to practice courage, gratitude, and love. If this video touched your heart, subscribe. It's inspired by the timeless wisdom in the 7-book Rumi collection by Dr. Farid Mostaman. Whether you seek healing, love, clarity, or growth, these teachings will guide you inward to the truth of who you are.